This is just one of several locations across the UK where Ukrainian men and women are being trained to resist Russia's invasion. Many of them, only a few weeks prior, worked in various civilian professions.
It's not as cold as it is in Ukraine, in the UK right now, but these new Ukrainian recruits are getting their first taste and experience of what it feels like to be on the front line as they prepare to head to war.
Codenamed Operation Interflex, in the space of just 5 weeks, they are taught essential skills required to survive and be effective in frontline combat. Training includes live firing, battlefield first aid, operational law, and tactics.
For our basic course, we only have 5 weeks to take somebody from a raw recruit, a civilian, perhaps with, in most cases, with no military experience or very limited military experience, to within a 5-week window to be good enough to be on the battlefield and to be better than their Russian friend.
The course is intelligence-driven, continually evolving to meet the latest operational needs. Experienced soldiers also undergo training to serve as instructors, imparting the acquired tactics back in Ukraine.
I've trained guys that have fought in the Donbass region in the trenches, and then they've come up and they've trained them, and we've enhanced their capability with what we can pass and provide them over. So we've given them our tactics, we've given them some skill sets that we've got that they've not necessarily learned or been shown before, and they can take that back to Ukraine and train their soldiers now to a slightly higher level than what they already are at, which would give them that survivability and give them that lethality.
Despite his injuries, this Ukrainian soldier is determined to return to the front line.
Well, first of all, if I will not join the army, who will? All of us, all men, we need to join army and to fight for our country. So many of us who were injured, we are not intended just to escape from all of this. Conversely, we try to stay in army as long as possible, to take part in the missions, or at least to help to train the conscripts and soldiers. Well, I can't afford, I was wounded, but I can't afford just go back home and to do nothing once my mates are dying.
Operation Interflex has seen significant participation, with over 32,000 recruits trained in the UK since June 2022. It's an international effort that involves hundreds of military personnel, not just from the UK, but Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and 6 other nations.
From an Australian perspective, it's very important the work that we're doing here. We understand that the invasion of Ukraine was illegal, it was unprovoked, and it's very important for them to be able to preserve their sovereignty as an independent country and make the decisions that matter to them, essentially preserving their democracy.
In addition to extensive training, the UK provides ongoing support to Ukraine, supplying long-range missiles, battle tanks, and logistical aid to push back Russian forces. As the war grinds on, the UK government says it's prepared to continue this support for as long as necessary. From southern England, Teniola Oyetayo for Channels Television News.